Hello everyone, I am Taureor and welcome to my newest Hearts of Iron 4 video. Today we're going to be playing as the United States again, but this time we're going to stay democratic and we're not going to use any tricks to declare non-democratic war goals while still staying democratic. Theoretically you can do that, but we're not going to. We can either join the wars, as time progresses normally, or we could do limited intervention and get war goals through that. Or we could wait for Japan to attack us and just fight them. We'll see. I've explored the fascist path, I've explored the communist path, now let's try the democratic one. Regular difficulty, Unman mode, historical focuses, as usual, let's go! Here we are, let's have a look at the focus tree. See, we've done this path here, leaning towards fascism. We've done this one, which lets you go communist quite easily, and actually, you can do this, and then end monarchism with just 30% communist support, and you don't even need to go communist in order to attack people. But we're not going to do that today. I'm restricting myself to not use any trick war goals like this one. So how are we going to approach this? We need to do a limited intervention. Yeah, I could do the Neutrality Act and just wait to be attacked, which also works, but we're going to do intervention. We want to be the active party, not the passive one. So we're going to start with continue the New Deal, but not right away. I'm going to wait a few days. Why? Because I need to wait to do the small lobbying effort. Rather, I don't need to wait to click it. I just need to click this before starting the focus, because it depends on your political power income. Now we can start the focus. Continue the New Deal. Factories. Let's do some infrastructure and some civilian factories. As for military ones, cancel the fighter, maybe get some more support equipment and a lot more guns. And convoys. Always get a lot of convoys. They're great for subjugating people. You just give them ships and they surrender to you. Research. Some research and some industry. We start with 4 research slots, which is plenty, but we can go up to 6. And superior firepower. We start with 36 divisions. Let's make it a full army group, or maybe even 2. Let's go to 2 full army groups. If I'm not mistaken, this should give me enough units for 2 full army groups. I don't have the manpower or the equipment right now, but it's gonna be a while before we can go to war. Alright, that's about it. Let's speed the game up and unpause. Wait for the New Deal. Focus to complete. Now, we have this wonderful Congress mechanic, which essentially means we need to keep spending political power to have them let us do stuff. So we're going to be repeating the small lobbying effort very often. We also have the Great Depression and undisturbed isolation, so we're in a bit of a bind, aren't we? We could do civilian economy earlier, but that would cost a lot of political power to, flip twice. So I think I'll go straight to partial mobilization. Oops, we're losing support. We need quite a lot of support. The focus is complete. We got some extra political power from that. Let's immediately spend that to hire Robert Taft. He is essential because he gives us actual political power. And start another lobbying effort. We're going to need those. Quite a lot of them, actually. Right, now WPA, so that we can do the Agricultural Adjustment Act, which will start removing the effects of the Great Depression. Also, deploy the units. Oh yeah, and prioritize those new ones. More research boosts. We can get quite wonderful research, actually, because we can get all the boosts, you normally get. Plus, we'll have 6 slots. Plus, we can get scientists from Italy and Germany. That's actually overkill. We don't need that much research. Another small lobbying effort. We're going to be repeating those quite a lot, and they're going to consume a lot of our political power. Machine tools. Continue investing in our industry. Undisturbed isolation is slowing my industry down very much, but yeah, we're going to get out of that. Not such a big deal. We just need some war support. No, a small lobbying effort, please. Oh, cool. We got some house support. Focus complete, and that's enough to do the Agricultural Adjustment Act. Now, this is a weird one because it blocks the next ones for 230 days, which is a peculiar number because essentially it means you can do 3 focuses in the meantime, and there's 20 days left. There's a 10-day delay allowed on the focus, so you have to spend 10 days without the focus just to do them as quickly as possible. So we're going to do that now, and then 3 other things. These 2 are pointless, they waste political power, and special measures, if you don't get support for a specific focus, they can make sense. Construction 2. Ahead of time, yes, but we can't really fight anyone for the next 3 years, probably, maybe 2. We will not need any military research in the near future. Now, I could theoretically spend my political power and do improved working conditions or something like that, but I am saving up those points for a specific advisor. You will know soon enough. Small lobbying effort, though. Now, an election is coming, and I still don't know how that works exactly. If it just changes the support we have by a certain amount, or if it reshuffles it completely. If it changes it by a certain amount, then good for us. Our lobbying efforts will not go to waste, but if it just reshuffles it completely, they will go to waste. Right, so theoretically the next one we should want to do is a limited intervention. But there's a catch here. That will block the communist revolutionary. And I want the communist revolutionary. Don't worry, we're not going communist and we're not using sneaky war goals, but we can use sneaky communism to get some small bonuses. Also, now we need to do 3 focuses before this becomes available. Or more precisely, do 3 focuses and wait 20 days. Yay, support! Now we can pay farm subsidies. This just uses up some of our factories to get us support, which is a good deal. Let's do another small lobbying effort. Deploy some units, computing machine, and concentrated industry too. Really pushing those industry upgrades. We have suspended the persecution, which means I can now hire a communist revolutionary. Let's do that for a little while. Now we have a choice. This is actually a choice I'm not sure about. We can either reach out to the WAR group and give us 2 good advisors for free, or do the extra research slot. I guess I'll get the political advisors first. The research slot will have to wait a bit. 4 is plenty, and we're gonna have 6 soon enough. Alright, and let's start making a spy agency. I forgot about that. Now, in undisturbed isolation, this is not gonna go very well. Agency upgrade time plus 100%. But oh well, we'll just select the cheap upgrades. We have tons of factories, even though most of them are going to consumer goods. We're gradually getting out of the Great Depression, so that will become better. Elections. Now, we have 2 choices. Both are actually valid choices. The Republicans would give us political power and the Standard Oil of California, and the Democrats give us stability and some infrastructure construction speed. With a small amount of testing that I actually did on this, staying with the Democrats usually gave us more Congress support, so let's do that. And it didn't. Bloody hell. Last time I did that, it only changed by like this much. And here, well, it's a problem. It's a big, bloody problem. Very big problem. We can build a new munitions plant to get some support, and of course in the testing, this worked wonderfully. Now, not so much. Right, where I'm supposed to build this plant? Here. My plans are going to get delayed quite significantly, because I just won't have enough support. We could do special measures, but they're very expensive. Just need to keep spamming small lobbying effort. This is terrible. And my plan now was to do limited intervention. However, as you can see, I won't be able to because I don't have enough support. And I won't have enough support for quite a long time. Let's do scientific research development office. So we can do, really. Let's make sure to fire Earl Browden at the exact moment we reach 10.1% communism, because that's all we need to unlock a certain focus. Also, operative. The operative is supposed to operate in Germany, so I think Josephine Baker will not be very successful. Let's get Isabel instead. Okay, 10.1% communism. Fire Earl Browden. Oh right, and I did reach out to the WAR group, and I forgot to use the guys we got. Should have done that immediately. Never mind though, we have not lost that much time. Anyway, we're gonna hire the editor for stability and political power, and we're gonna hire the financial expert for consumer goods factories. And they cost 0. Another small lobbying effort. More lobbying efforts. This is not growing quickly at all. Up to 25 representatives. I think I got like 25 representatives in the last 3 repetitions of this. Oh, Turkey declared war in Kurdistan. This doesn't usually happen. At least not that early. Oh, did the new munitions plans? Things are starting to look up a little bit, but still not enough support to do limited intervention. So I'm going to wait a little while, more precisely wait 20 days, because that's how much time we need to spend. At least we have enough representatives for this. Unless this gives us enough support for limited intervention, but I don't think it will. Nope, this needs way more. Also, we're now on 5 research slots, so we can afford to do stuff a little bit ahead of time. Right, this should become available any day now. Here we go. Fair Labor Standards Act. We will be delayed on pretty much everything, thanks to the Senate reshuffle. I guess I just got unlucky. Now what we could have done was keep Earl Browden in the government longer and do the Union Representation Act, and that would allow us to reshuffle the Senate however we wanted. However, this path comes with a cost, with a bigger cost. We lose a lot of stability for very little gain, so I decided to abandon it. Oh, now we get that. 50 representatives will support the government. Well, up to 50, but still. Cool. Finally, I'll be able to do limited intervention after the focus I'm doing. Now, normally I'd cancel this and go straight to limited intervention, but this too is important, so let's do both. It's not that bad. We're regaining support. I'm still gonna be doing the lobbying efforts so that random events don't mess with us, or the aftermath of this decision doesn't mess with us. Kurdistan has capitulated. Concentrated Industry 3. How's my industry doing? Well enough. Yes, they're being built very slowly because of the undisturbed isolation, but we're working on it. Chinese United Front and the Hindenburg disaster. Right, finally we can do limited intervention. I wanted to do it earlier, but this is fine, I suppose. If you're wondering why I did the communist thing, 2 reasons. 1, I wanted access to the WAR group, which is the minor of the 2, and 2, I wanted to disaggregate the armed forces. It's actually a very cheap and easy way to get lots of manpower early. Speaking of manpower, let's deploy our troops. Yay, more support. Now at this point, the support is not as crucial, but we will still need it for some of our actions, so I will keep doing the lobbying efforts. Now once we do limited intervention, we should be able to start increasing our war support a bit. And we need our war support to switch our economy. Well, actually, to be precise, we can go straight to civilian economy once we do limited intervention. But the difference isn't really that big. Yes, there is a difference. It's 15% consumer goods factories and 20% factory construction speed. Yes, it is a lot. However, if I wait just a few months longer, well, half a year more like, I will be able to go straight to partial mobilization. I think 6 to 10 months longer, something like that. Advanced machine tools. And since those economy laws will cost 300 political power for us, that's something we kinda need to do. Finally, limited intervention is complete, and we should have access to, support the anti-fascist war. Or did I get that before? I'm not sure if it's connected to limited intervention or not, but whatever it is, we need to do it for the war support. Next up, war propaganda. We need 50 war support. Seems like a lot, but we should get that by the time the Anschluss happens, and then our economy will be good as new. I suppose I can afford to do improved working conditions, not the scientists though, that's a bit too expensive. Oh, and the small lobbying effort, of course. Our stability has gone down, but is still pretty good. The statehood decisions don't really do that much. I'm gonna ignore them. Maybe later if we have free political power. This is repeatable, so as soon as this finishes we need to do it again. Agent captured. That's a pity. Oh right, I forgot to upgrade the agency further, so we can't rescue her. Sorry. Maybe Josephine will get her chance after all. Louisiana wants me to build stuff for them. Of course I will. Right, where is that? Somewhere here, I think. Yeah, there you go. Sadly, early mobilization requires 30 war support, and partial mobilization requires 50 war support, which is a lot. War economy requires 75. Now we focus on Europe. Seems like we are actually on track, because soon the Italians will proclaim some claims on Yugoslavia, and we can use that to increase our war support. And of course, farming subsidies, always do that one, and small lobbying effort. I want to have a comfortable majority. It's gonna be a while until there's an election, and there's a few more things I need that require high support. Improved computing machine. Decryption. Alright, and I was supposed to start decrypting actually. Let's do Germany, Italy, and Japan. Alright, I'm not doing a small lobbying effort. What an oversight. See, now Italy has announced claims on Yugoslavian territory. We can't do anything with that yet, but once we finish focus on Europe, it's done. Protest. Protest against the Italian demands on Yugoslavia. Brings our war support to 37. We are at 37% war support. We need 3 more increments of 5. We will be able to protest at the Anschluss when Germany does that, and also do a prepared intervention against Germany. That should give us enough war support to do partial mobilization once this finishes and Anschluss happens. Oh, right, god damn it, I forgot to select the focus. Right. We have a few things we want to do. Can I deploy my troops yet? Mostly, I don't actually need to increase my manpower to be able to train all the troops I need to train. That can wait a bit. So now we have 2 good choices. We can either desegregate the armed forces to get the manpower we need, or do Scientist Haven. But that is 3 focuses and this is just 1, so let's desegregate the armed forces first. This is the reason we got the communist, the main reason, because this is 2% recruitable population. At volunteer only, we are at 1%. Sorry, disarmed the nation, we are at 1%. But that will be at 3, and then we can increase it much further. Do I need to keep doing lobbying? Doesn't look like it. Maybe I'll leave that for a moment. When this finishes, we'll have 42% war support. We just need a little more. Now, I could go to early mobilization, but we just need to wait a little while until Anschluss is finished so that we can do partial mobilization. It will be worth it. And my operative is probably gonna get executed. Pity. Oh, so 40 representatives are lost. I still have the majority, a large majority, but let's pay farm subsidies nonetheless. Anschluss of Austria. See, now what I can do is protest the Anschluss. Here it is. Protest the Anschluss of Austria. And that is 50%. Do I need to be over 50% or is that enough? That is enough. I can go to partial mobilization right now. And finally, our economy is going to be on track to greatness. See? Much better. Now I just need to do Federal Housing Act once my current focus is complete. And we're all set. Now we're going to be building lots of factories. There's one more thing I need to do. I think I need to do prepare intervention against the German Reich twice. I'm not sure about that, but I think it's twice to get a war goal on them. And that is something we will want to do. Don't have the political power for it at the moment, but soon I will. Italy abandons the naval treaty and so does Japan, and we don't care. Now, where's my research here? I need to switch some stuff up. I suppose I could switch construction 3. No, I'll wait a bit longer. I want to get better naval invasions. I finally got the operative slot, but I don't think I'll be able to save her. We have desegregated the armed forces, which means our manpower is going to be incredible now. So let's do the Federal Housing Act, which is going to rid us of the Great Depression altogether, which means more manpower, less consumer goods factories, and more political power. Everything is going to be wonderful once this is complete. Deploy some troops. Almost done with all of them. Right, almost forgot. I should promote Owen Bradley to a field marshal. because it takes a while for them to lose the negative modifiers from promotion. Probably should have done that a while ago. Let's also give him some traits: charismatic, aggressive assaulter, and offensive. Same for MacArthur. Oh, don't have the points. He can wait a bit. Deploy all the troops. Not yet ready. Now I'm going to start making military factories soon, and all will be well. See, we're making infrastructure here. Once we're done with that, actually let's get some more infrastructure done. Once we're done with the infrastructure, military factories will follow. It's about time we got some guns going. Our economy was in shambles for a very long time, but now it's gonna recover tremendously fast. Right, new operative. Actually, I'm gonna give Josephine a chance. Maybe the Germans are not as smart as they think they are. Right, now I can prepare the intervention and support the anti-fascist war. This is actually a pretty cheap decision that gives us 5% war support, so it is rather worth it. Takes a while, and we prepare the intervention. Now, if I'm not mistaken, when I do this twice, I'll be able to attack the Germans. Now, being the aggressor might not be the best choice overall, but I'm confident in the fact that we can take Germany and Japan simultaneously, or rather not get defeated. Can we deploy all the units yet? Yes, we can. 240 units. That's going to be 2 full army groups. Now, I know I'm a bit too ambitious with that maybe, but I'm starting to build military factories now, and once we start, we're going to have equipment pouring in at a very fast rate. Of course, I'm going to switch them all to infantry. 2 army groups, switch to infantry, get your field marshal, and your generals. Eisenhower's going to be a general, Patton, and so on. Mark Clark. Rhyming names are the best. I like this guy because he's a commando. MacArthur, and all the infantry guys here. And a brilliant strategist. That should do it. Also, switch to infantry. We'll have the manpower for that soon enough, don't worry. Same with the guns. Now, where should I put you? Well, one of these armies is going to Europe. Or to be more precise, one of these army groups. So I'm going to station you on the coast in my ports. The other army group is actually going to Japan. So I will want to send them to the Philippines, but I'm worried that the Philippines might not have enough supply for such a huge army. So for now, I'm just going to relocate them to this coast here. We will be sending them over to the Philippines soon enough. Right, I could use Marines and stuff like that, but I can't be bothered to. Nevada wants a factory. Sure, of course you can get it. Nevada is somewhere here. Here it is. More representatives. And the Federal Housing Act is complete. We now have gotten rid of the Great Depression altogether. We get lots of political power, and our economy is better than ever. Soon gonna get a lot of military factories. Next, focus. Now we could do the War Department because there are some nice bonuses down here, but I think first and foremost we want the 6th research slot. Let's go for that. Josephine, can you rescue our other operative? She will die within 30 days. How long does the operation take? You still don't have enough network. Sorry. Isabel, there's nothing we can do. Spanish Civil War is over. Right, do I have any more decisions here? No, not yet. I need some more political power. Luckily, I have a lot of support in the Congress. Well, actually, I don't have enough to do some of the stuff that we need. Alright, one more lobbying effort. Won't hurt that much. But we're getting a nice amount of political power at last. Passive defense complete and agent killed, sadly. Nothing we could have done, I think. Time for some army upgrades. Let's start with naval invasions. Getting big naval invasions would be a big boon to us. We will attack Japan soon. Well, soon, as soon as they do the Penay incident. Our troops are in position and exercising, and they have full manpower, it seems. Nice. I will be expanding the template once I get enough experience and enough factories. For now, this is all we can afford, but this is gonna change very, very soon. Concentrated Industry 3. Do you want some more civilian factories or not? A couple, I guess. Not too many. Just a few. And then, of course, the military ones as well. New operative, Nancy. Oh, now you're Wolf. And you are Sparrow. Animal names. Let's send her to Germany as well. No, actually no. Let's send her to Japan. We can always teleport her to Germany if that becomes necessary. New research. I think it's time for some infantry buffs. Louisiana wants a factory. Of course you can have it. And it smells of corruption. Of course it's politics. What doesn't? Louisiana gets the factory. Just one for now. Right, a focus. Did I forget to do a focus again? Black Chamber operation. And let's check our decisions. We can prepare intervention against the Germans. Let's do that. If I'm not mistaken, once this is done, see, now that we've clicked it, we can request approval for an intervention against the German Reich. Which means, once we do that, we'll get a war goal in Germany. And I don't think it expires too quickly, so I can just do it now and have the war goal ready for when we need it. And we will need it. Ideally, I would want to stop France from being conquered, because that will make it easier to strike back against the Germans later, and in the meantime take care of Japan. Infantry bonuses. Representative speaks in support of the government. How are we doing on that support, by the way? Very well. Let's pay the subsidies, but no need for the lobbying effort for now. And we have finally started constructing the military factories. Now that we're doing it, it's gonna go very quickly. Once you're done with these, take your time and increase the infrastructure down here. Whoa, there's too much happening right now. Munich Agreement, we will protest that in a moment. Right, this is a large chunk. Once you're done with the infrastructure, build military factories. So our production is set for a while. We have a lot of civilian factories. We can get away with just building military ones for now. Next, doctrine. And the Munich Agreement, we can protest that for just 25 political power and get 5% war support. I don't really need more support than I have right now, but it might come in handy later if we want to change our economy, for example, because for total mobilization, we need 80% war support. Not that we really need that, but it might come in handy. Treaty of Trianon has been renounced. We don't really care, but we might fight them later for it. How is my army exercise going? Not so great because I don't have equipment. Luckily, that is going to change soon, very soon. It is already changing on the guns front. Speaking of the guns, we will be getting better ones soon. Scientist Haven. Now, I've had some non-natives struggle with the word haven. I used to be an English teacher for a while, you know, among other things. And it's important to note that haven is not the same as heaven. Haven is like a safe harbor, like a safe place. Anyway, it's time for the better guns. Should we support the anti-fascist war again? Do we want that? Well, sure, why not? It's gonna help beat up the Japanese, so it's a good thing. We will be fighting them on our own very soon. Now we have a war goal against Germany. Now, if we got it a bit earlier, before the Munich Agreement happened, it would be nice to attack them, because then Czechoslovakia would, you know, resist and the Germans would be severely weakened. I could even attack them right now. Maybe I should attack them right now. It's not like they can reach me, and they might find the Allies a bit earlier if that happens, because the world tension will go up, and the earlier they do it, the weaker they will be. Definitely something worth considering. I'll probably do that. For now, though, let's get all our ships, get them into a fleet or something. How do I combine you? I don't. Okay, this is so inconvenient. Just cancel all of these. How do I select all your ships? All the ships that I have. Okay, I have to click it like this apparently. I just want one big fleet. I can't be bothered to do anything else. Alright, the navies are all in one group. Let's merge them and send them over to the Philippines. Also here, have an earnest king. Should I attack the Germans? My stability will go down, but so will their stability. You know what? Yes, I will. Let's attack the Germans. World tension has gone up a bit. They're now at war. That might disrupt the flow of their focuses, and if I was only a bit faster, saved up some political power, I could have saved Czechoslovakia. Oh well, we can't succeed every time. Oh, elections to Congress. Does this mess my support up? Oh, god damn it. Don't you just hate such mechanics that are meant to annoy you and make your life harder? Oh well, should I grant statehood to places? Sure, why not? Let's burn the political power. More infantry buffs. Don't worry about the fact that we're now at war. The Germans can't reach us. They're not capable of traveling this far. Oh, got some support. Not enough. Some. Wait a minute. Am I not building the thing in Louisiana? Or did I misread it somehow? Oh, invest in the economy. It's supposed to be a civilian factory. Right on that. And we have 6 research slots. I could go for the Manhattan Project, I suppose. Nuclear technology bonus would let me do atomic research quickly, and thus speed up my other research. Not like we really need any boosts, but hey, why not? We can, so we will. In the meantime, let's boost the artillery a bit. How's my military production? Much better. I think it's time we bumped it up a bit more. Still need to do the lobbying efforts. I'm not going to be using nukes, to be clear. They're not very good. But the nuclear research is quite nice because it gives an overall bonus to all research. How's our navy? Docked in Luzon. That's somewhere here. You're still merging, aren't you? No, you're all merged up. Okay, I'm going to need you to patrol all the way to Japan, but not just yet. You can wait where you are for a moment. I might need to rebalance them. We'll see. Or rather just balance the fleets. January 1939, we have attacked the Germans, and not much is happening, but I think that will affect their choice of focuses. They might even attack the Allies before they attack Poland, which would be pretty nice, I think, because it would let Poland survive a bit longer. We'll see. I'm not calling the Philippines in. Not yet. Maybe not at all. See how quickly we're making those military factories. They claim memo. Now, can I protest that? We are at war, so I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe since we are at war, we can't really protest their claim on memo. Or maybe that's just not coded in. Escalator clause of naval treaties, we don't care. Some lobbying and some farming subsidies. Manhattan Project is complete. Time to do War Department. Down here we can get a lot of manpower. We have sufficient manpower, but it might come in handy later. New military factories popping up everywhere. Let's make MacArthur charismatic. Just look at the guy who's not charismatic with a pipe like this. More representatives. Do I need more lobbying? Maybe not. I'll leave it for now. Now with the bonus, atomic research is gonna be a bit faster. And once we're done, it will boost all other research. We could do the same by getting Nazi scientists, or sorry, Those are not Nazi scientists, those are German and Italian scientists fleeing the Nazis. That'd be worth it, or should I keep the political power for this stuff? I'm not sure. Anyway, better guns are now researched. Let's do better artillery. And some, engineer company upgrade. And of course start producing the better guns. Artillery production ramping up. Oh, I need more steel. The US need more steel. I guess it's fine. We are on free trade after all. I'll support France. Fate of Czechoslovakia. Yeah, we could have prevented that, I suppose. And Zog submits to Italy. I wonder if I could have protested Czechoslovakia if I wasn't already at war with the Germans. That might have been a mistake. Anyways, I can protest the annexation of Albania for free 5% war support. Ciphers for Germany, Italy, and Japan are decrypted. Wonderful. How are my spies doing? Well enough, I suppose. War department complete. Selective training will give me limited conscription, which is another 1.5% recruitable population, which is going to be like 2 million almost. We're not sending any troops to Europe because we don't really have a place to send troops to. The Allies won't give me military access. Nobody will. Not even Poland. And I can't guarantee anyone. But it's fine. We just need to wait for them to start attacking the Allies, and then I can send my troops in immediately. It'll take them a while to cross the Atlantic, but they'll get there as soon as they can. Actually, maybe we'll change the order a bit. It will take you less time to travel from these. Is it time for you to go to the Philippines yet? I think so. This entire army group is going to be taking care of Japan for me. We'll see if they get attrition or not. Just garrison the ports in the Philippines. Turkey. We don't really want to invest in Turkey. Our stability is pretty low. I'm gonna do anti-communist raids. And once we're done with that, I think I'll do the scientists. Now, the raids won't do much, but we don't need communism anymore. And, they'll decrease the support for communism and give us a total of 2% stability, which is not great, but it helps. And then once we're safely over 60, then we can give refuge to German scientists. We have to keep stability over 50 at all times. I think it's 50. If you're not high enough, you'll get nasty events. Better artillery, and maybe some more support equipment. Construction progressing nicely. I'm building too much at once. The infrastructure can't be built quickly enough to accommodate all the factories. Alright, let's do another batch of infrastructure. All that. And then it'll be time for some civilian factories, and some military factories too. And then all the rest of the infrastructure. This should be enough. Italy joins the Axis. Soon stuff will be happening in Europe. We don't really intend to beat up the Germans quickly. We haven't produced enough equipment yet, but we want to get there early so that they don't defeat France. It'll be easier to counterattack from there. And I cannot protest Molotov-Ribbentrop because we've attacked the Germans too early. Yeah, I made a mistake. I shouldn't have attacked them until now. Only once they've done Molotov-Ribbentrop, I should have attacked the Germans. Or before they did the Munich Agreement. Mistakes were made. Selective Training Act complete. Let's go down this path down to here, which will give us extra 2% manpower. Should be a total of 6.5 with what we have now, and I can still increase my conscription laws later. Advanced computing machine. And some small boosts to our infantry. They are ahead of time, yes, but they're pretty good. Agent killed, not captured. Pity. Right, which network is more important to us? German or Japanese? I think the German network. Let's relocate her so that the German network does not deteriorate. Oh, god damn it. The Germans are just too good at this, apparently. Maybe I can still save her. Landing craft research complete. Now we can do a nice big naval invasion of Japan. Next doctrine. We can improve work conditions. Good. Let's do that and give refuge to German scientists. And pay farm subsidies. I think this is going to be the last one that requires Congress support. New agent, J. Barnes. Can you break her out? Yes, you can. There we go. Our stability is good. Good enough. We can get Italian scientists too, once we get the political power for it. Now I'm doing anti-communist raids because Poland refuses German ultimatum. I was hoping the Germans would attack the Allies first, before they attack Poland. That's obviously not going to be the case. Still, not a problem. We'll get into the same faction. I won't be able to save Poland because they want to defend their only port that I could use to save them, but I will be able to save France. All joined allies, and we're now in the same war. Now give me military access. Actually, I'm going to be invited to join the Allies soon, but this is immediate. And I can start moving my troops right away. Which army was supposed to go there? You guys, stop your thingy. Oh, you're almost trained up. Don't have equipment, but that's not really a problem. You are going to secure the Benelux. You're going to help the Maginot Line. You're going to Italy. You're going to try and reach Poland, although that won't work. But let's try it. And you are going to be ready to save Denmark when they join the fight. Okay, go. And we're getting Lend-Lease from... Oh, that's Philippines. I thought it was Czechoslovakia for a moment. Flags are similar, I suppose. And yes, France can have military access. And now I'm invited into the Allies. Yes, I will accept. And Germany is going after the Benelux. Justifying Luxembourg. That's strange. They have a focus for that. Still, not a problem. You want me to join your war? Sure. I'm not sure that makes a difference, because we're at war with the same people. But it's fine. This way, the war will be merged. So yeah, if you're doing the same thing I did, don't attack Germany until they attack Poland or the Allies. We could have received a lot more support from protesting Czechoslovakia, maybe Memel, and certainly Molotov-Ribbentrop. Unless you can attack before the Munich Agreement happens, that might actually produce some interesting results. Germany attack Luxembourg. Let's get those Italian scientists. scientists. Now our research is going to be amazingly fast. Now we're just waiting for the Panay incident, although our guys seem to be out of supply somehow. Maybe because there's a whole army group in the Philippines, but they should be able to support. Oh, that's a lot of attrition. Maybe I should send them home. No, the Panay incident might happen at any moment. If I'm going to do anything, I might just increase infrastructure in the Philippines. That should do it. Might seem like a waste of resources, but yeah, it's probably a waste of resources. Let's ignore that. Cancel on the infrastructure in the Philippines. They'll survive somehow. Army of the United States. And buy some more steel, I suppose. Have my troops reached Europe yet? Almost. Oh, none of them will be able to land in Poland. I guess you guys will just station yourselves in France for a while. German pressure towards the Benelux. If they attack the Netherlands, or rather when they attack the Netherlands, we need to be right there to help them. Because if the Netherlands survive, they become very useful. Okay, I had a look at the supply map mode. It seems like this is the only place that actually requires more infrastructure. I can easily build it up. Let's do it. Let's do some excavation. It's going to help with the steel problems. Let's send some people to Luxembourg. They can help defend it. Oh joy, I have no support again. Poland capitulated. That was never a question of if. It was a question of when. Now I could have helped them, but there was no way for me to get my troops there. Okay, the Netherlands have joined the Allies. The Netherlands are now in battle. Oh, Belgium has not. So it's going to be difficult to get my troops to the Netherlands. You guys were supposed to be helping Denmark. You will be helping the Netherlands instead. Get on it, quick. And you, well, you relocate to a port. And be quick about it, they need our help. And Belgium has joined. Well, I did not need to do the naval transport, apparently. I will just move you guys to Belgium. There's a lot of our troops on a small amount of territory, but at least this way the Germans won't be able to advance. Provided I can get there in time, since the Netherlands are already losing ground. USSR occupies eastern Poland, and nobody is surprised. Our troops are not fully equipped, but there's a lot of them, and they do well on the defensive. I should probably even give them orders. Start planning your attacks. This will have to do. I need to put some more factories on artillery, it seems. Maybe not 20, maybe 15 will suffice. No, 20. Still no Panay incident. Okay, with this we should be able to defend the Benelux and France. The Germans are strong, but there's a lot of us. And we have nearly infinite manpower. Our equipment is not that great, but it is getting better very quickly. Now, Women's Armed Service Integration Act. Extra 2%. And I think we're going to have to do export focus, or maybe even limited exports. Maybe not at this moment, but as our military economy grows, we will need more and more steel to satisfy it. Well, Nanjing, where's the Japanese aggression? I'm ready for it. The Germans got in here, but they're being attritioned heavily. Not really an issue. Now, I suppose I could attack cautiously. No, that would exhaust our supply situation. Maybe once I have enough guns. What I can do, though, is modify my template. Let's put it at 20 width for now. I don't think I need to worry about the Congress anymore. I can just keep doing farm subsidies. It should keep it relatively okay. Oh, I can prepare intervention against the Soviet Union. Interesting. I can recognize Polish and Luxembourg exiled governments. I'm not sure I want to spend my political power that way. Let's hire Mark Clark instead. USS Panay sunk in China. Well, that means war with Japan. Time to crush them. 2 full armies shall be doing naval invasions of Japan now. We'll stop the exercise. It's not exercise time anymore, it's fight time. Setting this invasion up will take a while though, and I do need to take a break. So we'll see you in a moment. Okay, I've set up the naval invasions. That's 48 units going all around Japan. I've covered the entire coast on this side and had to scatter them a bit more elsewhere because I can only do 50 at most. But to keep it neat, I'm going to keep it to 48 because that's 2 armies. Let's make them aggressive. 2 more armies will reinforce you, and 1 army will go to China to get us some. Actually, 2 armies will go to China to get us some war participation. Come on, unpause. Where's my military access? Didn't I send an access request? Maybe they just haven't responded yet. Let's start working on the best guns. It's gonna take a while. Let's start working on the best guns. Let's make sure our guys prepare the naval invasion before I declare the war. German interest in Scandinavia. We should interfere there, but first let's send some troops over to China, since I now got the military access. They will only serve to give us some more war participation, because quickly taking out the home isles will actually not give us that much. Where are we? Oh yeah, the Germans are going to be attacking Denmark. Denmark has been attacked. We're going to send 1 army there very quickly. Hopefully we can get there before Denmark is defeated. How's our economy? Doing fine. Equipment? Fine as well. Are you guys ready for a naval invasion yet? Not yet. Norway has joined the war as well. I'm going to wait for them to be in position and ready before I declare war. Eisenhower falls ill. Well, perhaps not the best moment. I mean, he'll be fine. He went to the Philippines and got ill. Probably nothing serious. Some more excavation. Wait a minute. Why are you exercising? Don't do that. I am almost in Denmark. And I am now in Denmark. Let's quickly try to help them. I'm going to try to attack very aggressively at the start so that we can push back to here and, save Denmark from annihilation. It might work. If not, I can use the ports to retreat. Probably should have used some faster travel modes. Also, Let's send some people to Copenhagen, shall we? Should have done that at the start. Alright, we're pushing back a bit. Nice. Now, back to the Philippines and Japan. Are you guys ready? You seem to be ready, yes. So let's take our fleet. Wait a minute, where's my fleet? Oh, right, it's in position. Let's try to distribute it. Maybe that'll be good enough. And do patrol activity here, 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 and here, and here, and here. We have a lot of ships. This should be enough. Once we're green everywhere, naval invasions can start. Denmark has capitulated. That is unfortunate. That means I might want to retreat. I think there's no point in hanging around here anymore. You retreat. I mean, I could try to push back from here, but it's not looking very promising. Retreat, everyone. Women's Armed Service Integration Act complete, which means my manpower is now going to be huge. Let's build the Pentagon. And also, do we have full control of the seas near Japan? We do. So it's time to declare war on them. Declare war. Do not call any allies in. I don't want the allies messing up my stats. Have all the naval invasions launched? Not all of them, apparently. Many, but not all. That's concerning, but perhaps that'll be sufficient. If I just get a few ports, I can just relocate the rest normally. France wants to join? No, thank you. Now, you guys, it's your turn to get us some war score. Attack here and do so aggressively. Same for you. Okay, let's observe the naval invasions. It's a pity not all of them launched, but I don't really need all of them to land either. Apparently, my navy is not up to the task. I know I could have managed the navy better, I just don't like it. Let's get some more construction research. And once we land, I need to remember to activate the Japanese cipher. Why are you not moving? I gave you your orders. They're going to claim it's attrition. I think they're just being lazy. Full of Tokyo. We have landed apparently. Nice, good. Let's wait for some of the others to land, and then I can reorganize my attack. For now, you guys try and take some ports. The invasion of Japan is being very successful. Right, just these few need to land. Let's wait for them. And we're here. So what are we going to do now? Now I'm going to cancel all your orders and all of your orders and get this entire army group on a garrison order. Well, not the entire one. The ones that are on the continent will ignore it. Only the ones without a proper order will do it. It's going to be to garrison the victory points and the ports in the area. Also make sure you're all aggressive. Now the guys that are left in the Philippines should start relocating immediately. Are you relocating immediately? They don't look like they are. Let's make sure you do. Just do a manual order. Where's the nearest port? Osaka. I know there's a chance of you being sunk. I don't want you to care about it. Alright, so apparently this is a safe port for you guys? I'm disappointed. Maybe they are all leaving. No, not all of them. Some are. Okay, it's not bad. Now, the garrison order is very chaotic, and it's not very efficient if you're doing a normal frontline operation. However, if the enemy is scattered and don't have a proper defense, it is only slightly worse than micromanaging your forces, and certainly better than the frontline, because if there isn't enemy resistance, this is actually very good. Right, the disappointing army. Can you please start doing something? Looks like the war will be over before you start fighting. Mexican all nationalized. Do we care? We don't really care. We could attack them, I suppose, but that would cost us quite a lot of stability and war support, and we already have wars to attend to. Do we want to fight the Mexicans? For 10 stability and 10 war support. United Mexican States, they'll probably join my faction. No, let's not attack them. As you can see, our invasion is progressing swiftly, even though it's just a few troops there. The rest are launching. Are you guys actually attacking? You should be attacking. Also, pretty sure not all of you should be attacking. Please distribute. That's a bit better. Although I don't think they'll see much action before I kill the Japanese. The sad thing about it is that I will have very small war participation, just 4% right now. China is going to get all the glory, even though I am the one who defeats the Japanese. I wish the war participation system was reworked a bit. Still, I'm not really focused on territorial expansion this game, so it's fine. I'm fine with just defeating them. Don't need to be the one who takes the most stuff. Oh, god damn it! My entire army that was in Denmark got annihilated. Oh right, because I retreated them to the port, but I forgot to give them the order to board ships and return to France. That was, yeah, sorry about that. How's the production? Good. The enemy seems to have put up some resistance. It might be a good time to actually do proper frontline. On the other hand, this might actually give me more time to acquire some war score. If we have to do some fighting. Which war is that? This one. We're just at 7%, which is nothing really. But if I delay this a bit, maybe we'll get more. So let's get this army out of this field marshal order, get them their own frontline order, and now bring it back to the field marshal order. Now they should ignore the overall garrison order I give for the whole army group and instead garrison the border. And when I want to destroy the Japanese, I'll just push towards Hiroshima and they are defeated because they're quite close to capitulation. In the meantime, my garrison armies will secure the rest of the territory and do not let them do any naval invasions or anything like that. Are we doing on the continent? We have no supply. That's fine. Mexican compensation and shipbuilding in Hawaii. Okay, I suppose. Means I need to build a dockyard there, correct? Let's have a look. Yep, new dockyard coming up. Is this enough war participation to push for the defeat of Japan? Suppose it's enough. I should be able to puppet them. Yeah, let's finish them off. When we take Kokura, this should be sufficient. It is not. Alright, try and get Nagasaki. That will certainly be enough. And if not Nagasaki, then just some territory. They should be surrendering now. Oh no, 21%. And they need to be at 20. 98% towards the capitulation. Did I get all the victory points in the area? More or less. You go here. And you go here. And you go here. And then here. And this should suffice. And you can go around them. Oh right, if you can get Kagoshima, that will also be sufficient. Although it's probably defended. Right, next focus. Do we want the Department of Defense? Not particularly. Oh, that's 10 dockyards for free. Sure, let's get that. Is this enough yet? I'm surprised it's not. It should be. We didn't lose any territory. We control almost everything. Just need Nagasaki. God damn it. Do you remember me saying that I should activate the Japanese cipher? Well, of course I forgot to do it. Let's do it now. Maybe we can get some more participation here. We're also now the spy master of the Allies. And the Japanese have capitulated. Now, obviously, China gets most stuff because they had more participation, even though I won the war. Still, that's how the game works, and that's what we have to deal with. I am now democratic, so I can't do puppets. Well, I kinda can, but it's just satellite or supervised state. Do I care about the supervised state? Don't really want that to happen. I'll do the other ones, but do we want Japan as a supervised state? Actually, that could be useful because Japan has a very aggressive AI, and if we get them to the same faction, they might be very useful to us, actually. Let's pass. Do supervised state, and done. And satellite. Oh, I can liberate to Korea. I cannot satellite Korea because North Korea has been taken. That's unfortunate. What if I just take South Korea and then release it as Korea? Right, I could do that, of course. I should just take the territory and release them, not do a supervised state of Japan. That was a mistake. End the turn. Pass, 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 pass. Oh, do they not want any of the home isles? Then I really made a mistake by not just taking the territory. Now I'm going to do that. Yeah, the supervised state was a mistake. I should have just taken all the territory and then released them as a puppet. Or just taken the territory, which I am doing now. Okay, that's done. We have left Japan existing. We now have the supervised state of Japan, which is not ideal, but they do have a sizable navy that we can use, so it was not a waste of resources, really. I can also release South Korea. I think I'll keep it the way it is. Shock and awe. Let's make sure to set up our garrisons, because now we need them. We have our cavalry division in the garrison brigade. Good. However, it has support, which is not ideal. So we're going to create a new one, and just add one cavalry. Call it garrison, cavalry, add it here, and make sure garrisons and operations get priority, or rather operations, then garrisons, then the rest. Alright, this looks fine. Japan is ours. And China is, maybe not a friend, but a partner. Oh, god damn it. Germans broke through. Seems like my lines got changed around a bit. That is unfortunate. Come on, regroup. We're almost ready to push against the Germans. Then again, I should probably improve my units a bit. Let's add signal companies, recon, and anti-air. My economy is now huge, so I'll be able to produce enough stuff to satisfy the demand. Although it will once again take me a while. Let's go to 50 on support equipment, 30 on anti-air, 20 on cars. Let's have a look. Yes, but we can go down to 10 on artillery. This should be fine. Let's give them some time and buy some rubber. France wants weapons. Sure. Do I still need to do lobbying efforts? I might. Mexico wants to join the Allies. Sure, if they can help. Now, can I call the Japanese in, or are they in by default? They are in. Good. The Japanese won't have a lot of manpower because I've stolen their territory, but they have a huge fleet, which they might use. I could use my huge fleet, I just can't be bothered to do so. I guess I could just move them to France and send them to the Mediterranean. Go there. Now we just wait for the equipment to be produced, and then we can push. Did I put too many factories on support equipment? I probably did, didn't I? Let's reduce that. This will suffice. Oh, and these. Sure. Especially the one from the British. The spy master can recruit agents from other countries in my faction. So, Dusko Popov, go on to Germany. And Nancy, you go to Italy. Hungary, Romania, Bulgaria. The perfect moment to push against the Germans is when they fight the Soviets, which will happen eventually. We can probably defeat them earlier, but that's the easiest moment to do so. Also, look at that manpower. Should we change our economy? We cannot do so yet because we do not have enough war support. I can get more war support though. Some more propaganda. And I can also prepare intervention against the Soviet Union. Do we want to? Not really. Now the guys from Japan should probably go to France. And you know what? Since you're not actually fighting, you guys can exercise up. Do we want some more focuses? Naval doctrine, no thank you. Nope. No. Yes. Trade convoy production cost minus 25%. That's gonna give us a lot of convoys, which we can use. Well, we don't really have a use for them. Maybe it's not really useful anymore. I mean, if we were not democratic, if we had normal puppets, we could use that to annex them, but since we don't have normal puppets, we don't need that many convoys. I guess I'll abandon focuses for a moment. I need the political power to change my economy. We could also try to join the Comintern if we left the Allies. Oh, that wouldn't feel right. Another German operative. I think I'm going to modify my division a bit more. Let's add some more infantry and then also some more infantry. Do we want to add artillery? Sure, I'll add some, but just 2 in the 40 width thing, I think. Yeah, let's go for 40 width and just add 2 artilleries. That should work out nicely. It'll take us a while to build up the equipment necessary. At least we do have the manpower. Oh, it really will take us a while. Right, how many do I need on artillery? This many. Maybe this many. Bessarabia goes to the Soviet Union, and we are pouring manpower into our units. Okay, don't need that many factories on the cars, and no longer need that much on support equipment, I suppose. Oh, we can assume leadership of the Allies. Ha, that is, sure, why not? 200 political power. Thank you, Churchill. Your services will no longer be required. I can now kick the British from their faction if I so choose. I'm not gonna do that because they can be useful. Still, I can, and that's what matters. Any interesting operations to perform? Yes, let's infiltrate their army. Trotsky survives. Could come in handy later. Forward observers. Do we want more artillery in this template? Now, if I switched 3 of these infantry units into 2 artillery units, keeping the same combat width, how would that affect us? We would get some more soft attack, reduced hard attack, reduced defense, very much reduced defense, some more breakthrough, but not a lot, less hit points, less organization, suppression. Doesn't seem like a good deal, does it? Alright, what if I remove the artillery and replace it with infantry? Soft attack would go down by 35, which is a bit more than 10%. Hit points would increase a lot, organization would increase, recovery rate. Well, soft attack is important. I suppose I'll keep it as is for now. Although 10% soft attack is not that much. You know what? I changed my mind. Let's get rid of the artillery. This will be better. So it will require much less equipment. Yeah, this looks fine. New agent available. Who should we get? Nobody's too special. Let's get the Polish woman. She has some skills. To Italy you go. Oh, we can do secure China. Looks like I can invite communist China into our alliance, which would be very strange. Are you the faction leader? If so, does the entire faction go with you? No, normal China is the leader. One of the following must be true. Not both. I'm gonna do this just because I'm very curious how this works exactly. We don't need communist China on our side. Well, we could use the big China. Still, I'm curious. So let's do it. This could become a problem if they decide to fight big China, but I'm just very curious. Now, how are we doing with that equipment situation? Okay, we got enough artillery, and we got nearly enough of everything else except for guns. I guess I can reduce support equipment production now and get some steel. We are the United States, we have to be patient. Wait a minute, what if I did this? No, I can't do that because I would be joining their faction. It would be cool if I could invite the communists into the Allies. Some more excavation. It's October 1940 and we're still not ready to fight. Perhaps I overdid it with the army size a bit. After all, I have 2 army groups of 40 width units. Nah, it's fine. When we crush them, we're gonna crush them so hard. Then again, perhaps these 4 armies would have been sufficient. I could switch those to a smaller template and then re-switch them if it becomes necessary. I have another idea. Let's edit this template, duplicate it, call it 40 reserve. They're going to be the reserve troops, which means the ones on the front lines will be receiving equipment at a faster rate. And these ones that are not currently at the front lines are going to be getting less of it. Alright, Italy attacks Greece. Does Greece join us? Not yet. Interesting, I cannot invite them to the faction. Is that because I switched factions? Okay, still don't want to join my faction for some reason. Well, that's silly of you. We give you military access. Yes, you do. So I can actually fight from Greek territory. Good. Eisenhower, congratulations, you're switching armies. On the other hand, shouldn't he be the one leading the main army? He's level 5. Well, he's just level 4. Yes, he should be the one leading the main army. Gonna be switching stuff around a bit. Alright, now the ones on the front lines are with Mr. Bradley. And Eisenhower is going to switch to non-reserve troops and move over to Greece. As Bulgaria is in the Axis, there's going to be some fighting, right? Well, they are in the Axis, but they have not joined the war. Still, they will eventually. I'm sending my army there. Oh, is it Japan? It seems it was actually a good idea to puppet them. They are very aggressive. So where's my fleet? I sent it somewhere here. Here it is. Right, do patrols all around the Mediterranean. Can you reach the Black Sea? Nope. Yeah, do your thing. How's that production going? Actually, not so great. I have less motorized than I had a moment ago, so I'm actually not producing enough, even for equilibrium. Must be due to the training. Let's remedy that. Building some civilian and some military factories. Concentrated Industry 4, and Communist China rejects our offer to join the Allies. Oh well, it was worth a try. Actually, I'm not even sure it's true it was worth a try. They're not the dominant China in this timeline. Roosevelt versus Wilkie. So what do we want? We can get rid of New Deal and get a different New Deal, which is not as good, or we just continue what we're doing. Now, the New Deal we have currently is pretty good for us because it gives us 10% stability. This one only gives us 5, which is obviously not as good. On the other hand, it would give us some political power. Let's keep it that way. Elections to Congress. Do we get the majority? No, very far from it. Now, to be honest, I don't really need them for anything, I think. So let's just leave it as is. No, I actually do need them if I want to go to full mobilization. God damn it. So let's do those mobbing efforts again. The Japanese want to send me Lend-Lease. Sure, why not? Don't really have anything that good here. We could get some artillery bonuses from this one. I suppose we could go with the Warplan division and get one against Germany. It is not amazing, but it can help. I guess I'll do it. Do we want Eisenhower or Walter? Flying Tigers, do we care? Not really, no. Also, Japan is conquered by us, so it doesn't really matter, does it? But we'll do the one that gives us war support. We might need it later. It is at 100%, but it could get reduced. Right, switching them to reserves and not reserves is actually working. They're getting more equipment. Not guns, but the rest is fine. I mean, normally I would be more aggressive. However, we don't really have a goal other than defeating the Germans right now, so we can take it slow. Do I really care about the war plans? I guess it can come in handy. Agent killed. Oh, fortunate. Any interesting missions we could perform? I guess we could infiltrate the Italian army. It's something. Romania joins the Axis. Did I decrypt them? I am in the process of doing so. Actually, let's pause the smaller countries. Make sure the German cipher is complete. Then I can work on the smaller ones. Romania has joined, but as long as Bulgaria doesn't join, we don't really have a venue of attack. Oregon wants what? A civilian factory. There you go. Prioritize it. I think we can reduce artillery production a bit. This says that Japan is justifying against me. That doesn't seem right. Let's have a look. Secure the Philippines. Well, they are a subject nation, also in the same faction as the Philippines, so that focus is not going to do much for them. Right, reduce the production here and here. Give me more guns. Looks like we're all set on equipment except for guns. Let's see how our troops are doing. Still need those guns. Yeah, we're going to wait a while longer and then attack. I already reduced the production of everything that's not guns. Now we'd like Bulgaria to join. We should probably go to total mobilization. So let's lobby some more. Advanced campaign machine complete. That frees up a research slot. Better signal companies. And the best guns are ready. Which means our production is going to slow down again. But once it picks up, they're going to be much better. Lend-Lease. Sure. Do I have enough support to do total mobilization? Yes, I do. Okay, cool. Let's do that. I'll have to do women in the workforce, though. Rosie the Riveter, what is that? Oh, it's the reversion of women in the workforce. Okay, makes total sense. We just have to gather up some political power for it. Let's do War Plan Black. Now, our manpower is going to start going down due to full mobilization, but we still have a lot, and once we do Rosie the Riveter, stuff will be fine again. Bulgaria has joined. Wonderful. Eisenhower will have something to do. Go. Maybe be balanced. There is no need for aggression here. Oh, they have Italian and German troops here. I was hoping we would have an easy victory. Apparently, that's not the case. Stop your attack. Wait for the equipment. White. Agent killed. Unfortunate. Just a concession. What is that? Do we care for the resources in Anatolia? No. Are you gonna join the Allies? Maybe they will if I do that. Okay, whatever. Shall aid friends of democracy. That is not gonna reduce my factories, is it? No. Senator retires. We don't care. Not really. Agent forced into hiding. How are we doing with those agents, by the way? It's good enough. I don't plan to do any civil wars or anything like that. Production is getting much better. I'm still gonna need to produce all of that because we'll need it for reinforcements. Although, once we have enough anti-air, I'll switch it to support equipment. But what concerns us the most is infantry equipment. And finally, it's getting faster. New operative. Do we care? Not really. Isabel, you can be the next operative. Not sure we can push into Bulgaria, but at least Greece is safe. I ran out of stuff to build, but we do have a lot of places we can build stuff in. So let's get some civilian factories. If we do that, we won't have to change our economy laws. Some civilian ones, not too many, and top everything up with military factories. That'll do for now. A healthy balance between civilian and military is quite important. Let's buff our economy even more. War Plan Black complete. Interesting. With that, we could get some free territory. It's not that important. This'll be fine for now. I guess I can do War Plan Silver against Italy, although it will not be necessary, most likely. I know I'm taking my time, but the longer this takes, the more powerful we become. And that is also true for Germany, but it is more true for us. Alright, I was supposed to do Rosie the Riveter. Let's do Rosie the Riveter. And the last doctrine. Concentrated industry. Bazooka research complete. Now we can beat the German tanks with infantry. We can reduce towed anti-air now and increase support equipment. See, I'm not in a hurry here. We are more powerful than the Germans, I think, at least economically. And the longer it takes, the more powerful we become. And it would be most convenient for us to fight them at the moment when they start fighting the Soviets. Now, will they start fighting the Soviets? Not sure. We can still beat them if they don't, but it will be much easier and more convenient if they do fight Joseph. Let's do destroyers for bases and spend that political power. Who should we get? Army logistics. It's gonna help because here we are not really doing that well on logistics. I could, of course, reduce the amount of troops that are stationed here, but I don't want to. Do I have any Air Force. I do, quite a lot of it. Let's use it. Let's send them, where should I send them? To the Benelux, maybe? No, the Benelux is full of planes already. This'll be okay. Better anti-air. Looks like Eisenhower has the upper hand, at least due to the game's internal calculations. Maybe I should activate him. Right, we're almost ready to attack. Let's finish the doctrine and then crush the enemy. Oh, I have so much civilian production capabilities that I don't really have room for stuff anymore. Let's build up Alaska and all the islands we can build up. Not sure what I'll do afterwards. Alright, I also have Japan. Almost forgot about that. Yeah, I can build stuff in Japan. Let's see how much of that I'm getting. What's my compliance there? 35%, which means I get how much? 47% of the factories. That's good enough. I guess I will build military factories in Japan. At least I'm getting some factories out of that. Alright, and I can build up the Philippines too. I suppose, how much am I getting from them? Manage the subjects. Actually, I should probably reduce their independence. I'll be getting much more. Hi, Philippines. I'm gonna give you some convoys. You have 700 convoys. This won't be enough. Once. I should have sent them more, but it's fine. Destroyers for bases. That should give me some territory. And I don't really need any more. Focus is for now. They accept. Okay, good. More room for military factories. What did I get exactly? I can't seem to find the islands I got from the British. It's fine though. Who should we get as the chief of army? We can get Eisenhower to get extra offense, or we could get Walter for army planning speed. I think offense will be better. Or morale, recovery rate. We're both experts. I'll just take offense, I suppose. This will be equivalent to just adding 2 bits of artillery to our unit, so it should do quite a lot. Army offense expert. Hired. Senator offers support. Sure. Is the doctrine ready yet? Almost. Tenutuva is taken. Alright, I think it's time we went for it. Let's activate the cipher, or rather the ciphers, Italy and Germany. And let's activate the war plans for Italy and Germany. And of course, activate the orders. Go unbalanced. You should manage nicely. Okay, go. Let's see how this works out for us. We're not really making progress. I am surprised and disappointed. Also, why are you not moving? Right, you know what? I've activated the cipher, I've activated the plans. Let's go full aggressive. That's a bit better. Well, at least we're making gains in Bulgaria, but the Germans are surprisingly well prepared. Going over the Maginot is difficult from both sides, but I'm having high hopes for the Netherlands and Belgium. Hungary demands stuff. Yugoslavia gives stuff. It would be much easier if we waited for the Soviet Union, but it's already 1941. We don't want to be waiting forever. I want to make some gains. Oh, and we can reduce the independence of the Philippines, which means now they give us what percentage of factories? 75% of military industry, which means I'm going to build a ton of military factories there. That's going to be helpful. Making some gains in Italy, nice. Making some gains in Netherlands. Not through the Maginot. Perhaps I should put these guys unbalanced. They're not making any progress at all. Just wasting manpower. Or, you know what? I'm just going to retreat them from here because I think the French have it handled on the Maginot line. I will move you over here. Should help a bit. And the French are sitting here doing nothing, so they can handle the defense. How's Bulgaria? We're doing well. Perhaps the Germans and Italians pull their troops back to secure their own borders, because it seems like there's less of them here now. Anyways, if all is good, we will go through Bulgaria, through Romania, through Hungary, into Germany and Slovakia. Nice progress in Italy. Are the ciphers active? Ah, they just stopped being active. Let's pause everything that's not Germany. Germany is the most important after all. Although I suppose I could just capture their cipher with an agent, and I can do the same to Italy. 2 Nancy's on this one. But the thing is, I'm gonna continue decrypting all the ciphers. Get nice progress from the agents. It also means I might want to go back to balanced on many of these troops. Although we're still making nice gains, let's establish some progress first, then we can reduce their aggressiveness. Also, we're doing well on equipment. Finally. We haven't really made that much progress, have we? What are the casualties we've suffered? 700,000 for 300,000 Germans and 400,000 Italians. Oh, doing well against the Italians. Right, I'm gonna switch these 3 guys to balanced. The ones that are fighting Germany. The ones in Italy and Bulgaria can keep being aggressive. Now with this I get a global planning speed bonus, so let's get it. Advanced artillery upgrade. Unbalanced and we're still making progress. Good. See, that's the power of a superior economy. What is my participation? 41%. That's nice. Bulgaria capitulates to me. Now I could request this territory from Greece. Should I do that? No, they haven't actually joined a faction, so I can't. That's unfortunate. But doesn't really matter. Okay, even though I went balanced, we're making very good progress here. New general for China. Really? Do we want to help them? Well, I'm not gonna send MacArthur or Eisenhower. I'm using them. How about Joseph? Which one is he? Let's see if I'm using Joseph Stilwell. I'm not. He is a level 1. Yeah, you can have Joseph. Don't have much use for level 1. Government idea, Joseph still... Wait a minute, he was a government idea. Why am I getting bonuses from him? If I was... Oh, god damn it. He was the logistics expert. Oh well, don't make my mistakes. On the other hand, we're getting nice progress in the Netherlands. By the way, Netherlands, you should want to give me that territory. All that territory. Now, we want to keep 1 bit. Right, let's make sure we progress a bit more before requesting it. This way we can have the entire, front line. And they'll have something closer to them left. Are we doing in Italy? Not that much progress. I should probably go balanced here as well. Balanced is, quite balanced. It's good enough. for you as well. Let's have a look at the ciphers, have a look at the operations. Why is this not starting? Something went wrong? Nancy, you're not on an operation, are you? Okay, that works out. And we are reaching the Maginot from the other side, slowly. Yeah, that was very stupid of me to do Joseph Stilwell, because I didn't realize he was giving us a bonus. I should have sent MacArthur, because I'm not actually using him. Well, I am using him as a field marshal, but it's not as important. Also, I should probably give levels to my generals, rather levels in infantry command, if that is available. Hungary proclaims Greater Hungary. We are doomed. Ah, you can get an infantry expert. Level 6, nice. Now remember, I have 4 armies here in reserve. I could send them in, but I'm already stretched thin on supplies. And still making gains. Good. Right, let's request stuff from the Netherlands now. Everything but Vessems. You can keep it. That's better. Now all that we conquer should go directly to us. And we do have a monstrously powerful economy, so I can just focus on repairing the infrastructure there, so my units won't suffer that much attrition. Oh, have we cut them off here? No, but almost. Okay, good. Oh, we're being pushed in Bulgaria. Really? Ah, seems like the Germans have brought a lot of troops down here. That's fine. Not a big deal. Even if I get pushed back a bit, that just means I've occupied many of their troops, while I make gains in their territory, both in Italy and in Germany. Also, military factory in Hawaii, and I think it's time we send some more armies to Italy. You, non-reserve units for you, go here and march north. You, same, switch to non-reserve troops, go here and march south. Italy will soon be ours. How are we doing on those ciphers? Taking a long time, isn't it? Oh, I don't need Bulgaria anymore, do I? Yeah, that's fine. Let's see if there's any other focus we would want to do. This gives us a bonus to artillery, but we're almost done with that. Oh no, that also works for support. Maximum command power, not important. Dockyard construction speed, not important. Navy, no. I'm actually going to support Rock Island because this will give us a bonus to our support companies. A large one. Let us retake Denmark. Cipher for Hungary is decrypted, but we haven't reached Hungary yet. Are there still Bulgarian troops here? Or am I wasting time by decrypting Bulgarian stuff? I'm probably just wasting time. But we're almost done. Okay, let's activate Bulgaria. Am I actually fighting the Romanians directly? Not really, not at the moment. I'm going to keep the Romanian cipher until we're just bordering them completely. So, how's the cipher capture? Let's pause the decryption of Italy, because the captured cipher should, fill it up. Oh, also, Italy is being killed by us very quickly. Japan will soon increase their autonomy. No, they won't. Here, have 500 convoys. Ah, let's not be stingy. 1,000 convoys for you. Also, have some factory. Oh, I can't, because they're a supervised state, not a direct subject. It's fine, just need those convoys to get there quickly. Also, they only have 1 province, so even if they break free, it doesn't really matter. They're still in my faction, they're still fighting Germany. Making good progress into Denmark. Nicely done. Full of Rome. Yeah, that Italian cipher won't really be necessary, will it? These operations are taking a very long time. I think I'll conquer Italy completely before the cipher's finished. I guess it's a good thing, I shouldn't complain. Now, Eisenhower, I think you need to move into Romania a bit. And we ran out of stuff to build. Again, too much civilian industry. More factories than we know what to do with. Should I build up infrastructure in Japan? It would have been better if I did that immediately. Oh, let's build it in the Philippines. They'll thank me later. Also, it'll decrease their independence. And focus on repairing stuff. Don't usually do that, but we have too much industry even. I really need that German territory to build in. Right, Denmark is back on track. And Italy is almost done. We're also moving into Germany from the south. You guys attack. They're weakened. Full of... Whoa! When did that happen? I was here a moment ago. Nicely done. Congratulations. Whoever did that, which army is it? Okay, it was either Alexander or Maurice. We're going to give medals to both of them, and to these 2 units that are the first to Berlin. The Romanian border is heavily fortified, and it has a river. I don't think we're getting in there. But it doesn't really matter. What matters is that there's a lot of German troops on this border that are not on this border. And that's where they should be, because I'm taking Berlin. And also, Munich soon. Right, so you guys should probably join the attack here. We're an aggressive. Is that a good thing? Probably balanced is better. Right, so have we captured the cipher for Germany? We have captured it. Oh, and Italy capitulated. Why did I not notice that? France got everything. Huh, I think I'm gonna need to ask France for some stuff. Give me everything. Now, they're not gonna give me everything, but I can ask for the stuff that's bordering the Germans. I can leave them Piedmont, that's fine. Oh, you won't give me the entire boot. I could do some shuffling, because it is actually possible to cheat the system with control of territories quite nicely. You just send all the territory to some small country, then you control almost nothing, then you request some more territory, send it to that same country, repeat that a few times, terms and then ask that small country for all your territory back. However, I'm not gonna do that this time. There's no need for it, right? Send request. Let's see. Nice. Fall of Rome. Once again, more stuff to exploit and repair, because that infrastructure is just terrible. Right, you guys just do your thing. And seems like I don't need to prompt them anymore, because they are getting very quick progress into Germany. 40 days until we get the cipher again. Hungary is not seeing any combat whatsoever. Yugoslavia strangely peaceful this run, and Romania impressively defensive. I did not manage to take a single province from Romania. Presidential misconduct, really. You wish you had a president that would conduct himself so well in Europe. How far are they from capitulation anyway? Oh, still very far. I need to take this area, but I think they're crippled now. Also, no more Italy or Bulgaria. We have supported Rock Island, and we've captured the Italian cipher. A bit too late. Can we increase our stability? Yes, we can. Let's do that. Germans defending fiercely, and we've surrounded them. Well, just some of them next to the Maginot Line. Go, finish them off. Excavation 5. That's a nice bonus, isn't it? Oh, who's landing here? The Netherlands are. Cool. Good job, Netherlands. The countries that are strangely aggressive and very, very useful as allies are the Netherlands, Romania, and apparently Japan. Better anti-air. How's our equipment situation? Could be better, apparently, but it's almost perfect. Don't need that many cars. Make it 4. 10 on support equipment will be enough, and I need more steel. I think it's finally time to change our economy, don't you? And again, we did build a lot of civilian factories just for this purpose, and having free trade not only is giving us factories from trade, it is also giving us more factories from trade than we're spending on trade. Well, that's going to change soon. But it's also boosting my factory output. So it seems like it's worth keeping it the way it is. Unless obtaining steel becomes difficult, then you can just flip economies. You guys are not moving, are you? Be aggressive. I know, your logistics are very bad, but I made a mistake and sent the only good logistician we've had to China. So, I don't know, blame China. Since we're now fighting Romania head on, let's go aggressive and activate the Romanian cipher. Also, the German one. Should I go aggressive now that I'm activating the cipher? Probably won't do much, but I suppose I can. Go. I was mistaken. It's actually changing a bit. And we're moving into Romania. Perhaps we might reach Hungary eventually, before Germany surrenders. Although, no, I think Hungary will be the last one standing, nestled safely against the Soviet Union. Poland is being retaken, and the Soviets have no interest in this fight apparently. Looks like I can stay on aggressive safely. Overrun some troops over here. And are you gonna reach Hungary? Is there gonna be an actual fight? I wonder, did Greece not join the Allies because I am the leader? Poland is almost free, and the Soviets are not involved this time. No more Soviet puppet Poland. Although it did lose some territory. Romania seems to have capitulated. Borders are looking weird, and Germany surrenders. We have reached Hungary, so maybe, yes, they're in the peace conference. Okay, I am the first to make demands. Should we pass a few times? I could get quite a lot of supervised states, but do we really want to do that? Not really. I'd rather just take territory. And who's got the best territory, factory-wise? Germany, of course. Let's make sure we border the Soviet Union just if we want to kill them later. Take the coast. We're a maritime people. Move south a bit. Well, that's too much. Okay, and the turn. What did you do? Liberated some countries. That's fine. I'll even pass for you. Sounds like Slovakia. Let's pass again. And again. And again. Ah, they did Germany as a supervised state, so we're gonna have ugly borders. Oh well. Should we surround Germany completely or let them have some territory? I guess I can let them have some territory. We'll go into Italy. Nicer climate. Oh, they took Italy too. Pass. Pass. Sardinia, Sicily, some more Italian and German stuff. Good, now we go into Hungary. And the turn, pass, and pass, Romania, and Hungary. And that's very expensive probably because Greece owns it now. Okay. And the turn, pass a few times. Alright, that's all we got. And the turn, and the peace conference. Oh, I've unlocked an achievement, Arsenal of Democracy. Not because of the factories. I need to have a look. So, how do you like my new borders? United States in Europe. Also, some new countries happened, like Transylvania. Bulgaria lost some territory, serves them right for opposing us. Germany also lost some territory. They can now reflect on their mistakes. Here, same goes for Italy. They do keep Rome, so good for them. British North Africa, really. The Brits did get some stuff too, but I dare say we got more. Also, if we wanted to kill the Brits or the French, we would be able to, quite easily. We don't have a lot of compliance in the area, so we're not getting a lot of factories from there. But let's unpause the game for a moment, let it all reshuffle itself a bit. Oh right, we lost the women in the workforce now, so our manpower is going down. German Republic grants Bulgarian occupation. Yeah, you guys can really dictate what's gonna happen in the world right now. So, that is a democratic play on the United States. Probably not the most exciting thing ever, but that's just how it goes if you stay democratic and don't exploit the war war goals. Now, there's one more way I could theoretically play this, and that would be to just sit tight, focus on our economy, and send Lend-Lease to people. But that is even more uneventful. So, what did we do? We did conquer Japan, we did conquer Germany and Italy, and some other bits. And that's about it. Not that much for such a powerful country, is it? But that's how you're limited with, not being able to declare war on anyone. So if you want to play democratic, you can actually do two things. You can go party communist, not all the way communist. You just need 30% for communism. You don't need to continue this. And with this and monarchism, you will get war goals on the UK and someone else. I think Japan, I don't remember. And take it even further with this. And for that, you can actually be democratic. All you need to get is 30% communist support. On the other side of the tree, you can do the War Powers Act, which also doesn't require you to be fascist. You just need 30% support. And with that, you can seize Cuba. And through the Canadian Corridor focus, you can get a war goal against the entire Dominion of the UK. And this goes on. And for this, you don't actually need to go fascist. So the United States are actually very, very flexible in foreign policy. You don't even need to change your ideology. Alternatively, you can do the Neutrality Act, which is pretty weak. Just sit tight, prepare, and do Lend-Lease to people. But it's the most boring thing you can do as the United States. So I'm going to end this video here. Let me know how you like to play the US yourself, because I've done 3 videos now with the current focus tree. We've done a communist run, we've done a fascist run, and now a democratic one. I think my favorite is actually the communist one, because this tree gives you a lot of flexibility very early, and you can attack people very, very quickly. Also, extra manpower from this. So yeah, that is about it. How should we finish this off? Oh, I know. Let's kick the British from the Allies, shall we? I own your faction now. Goodbye, Winston. Just because I can. No faction. No, actually, the faction map mode would have looked better if I hadn't done that, but it was just so tempting. Actually, Japan has a war goal on them, so we might end up in a war against the British, just because Japan has a war goal. Alright, let's end the video here, and quickly say what I would do to continue. We could exploit the fact that, for example, Japan has a war goal on the United Kingdom to get into war with them, even though we're democratic. We could fight the Soviet Union. I can just justify war goal on them, because they have caused the world tension, and the current world tension is at 100%. And we could do the same against Spain, even though we're democratic. So yeah, I'd conquer the Soviet Union and Spain and possibly China if I find a way to fight them, and also the British if the Japanese attack them, which is actually possible. Let's unpause for a moment and see if they do. They have not done so. But Turkey joins the... Let's see what Turkey joins. Turkey joins nothing, because they probably requested to join the Allies and asked the British, but the British have no say in that anymore. None whatsoever. Okay, I'm gonna end the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.